Good morning, everybody. It's me, Beth. My vlog is Coffee with Beth. I proclaim myself to be the vintage teacher. Vintage means 50 years or younger. Wow, look at the circles on my face. So I thought I would have conversations about what is expected to be a teacher. I have been teaching for 29 years. I have taught every grade except first grade and second grade. My very first teaching position was kindergarten at a Catholic school, and I wasn't even Catholic, but it was my first job. And I had 32 students with 2 sets of identical twins. Yeah, try telling them apart. No bathroom in my classroom. And being it was a parochial school, there was no art class and there was no library and there was no phys ed. So I had to teach art and I had to teach phys ed. And then the bookmobile. Yeah, you youngins probably don't know what that means, but it was basically a mobile library that came to the school. So that was my very first teaching position. That was before I was married. That was before I decided to have children. It was an experience, by far. So now some teachers are posting, or people that want to become teachers are posting, what do I need? What do I do? When I was younger, I was like, I'm going to take the first teaching position I can get. That's it. I lived at home. I didn't have anybody to support but myself. So I'm going to take what I can get. And this teaching position came up, and I'm like, why not? I'll give it a shot. So I applied, and I got it, and I was so excited. I didn't care what I was going to make. It had to be more than I was already making, working at a daycare and being a waitress and babysitting still at basically the age of 23, 24. So, yeah, do the math, you'll figure out how old I am. So, with that said, I took it. And was it hard? Yes. Would I have not done it now? I would still do it. It was so worth it. It was a complete eye opener. To tell people like about my story, my very first teaching job, they're like, "Are you crazy? Oh my gosh!" And you stayed after school. I stayed after school for hours, trying to figure out, what to do the next day with we're talking limited supplies. Because if it's a Catholic elementary school, parochial school, you don't have the funding as if it were a public school. So you really got to scrunch and save and barter with other teachers. I mean, I had 32 kindergarten students. Sorry. But like first grade, second grade, they had like 10 because it all depended on what the population was of that particular age group. So, yeah, I made it work. I was there probably about, I want to say 6 months, 7 months. So my advice to teachers, newbies, new teachers, trying to decide to become teachers, take any job that you can get. Anything looks good on a resume. Anything. You don't have to stay there forever. It might be the dream job. It might be the perfect job. It might be exactly what you want. But it's the start of a career. It's the beginning of the career. So take it. So my advice for today, because it is, by the way, Teacher Appreciation Week, is take that job, that first one, take the leap, go for it. And if it doesn't work, apply someplace else. Trust me, everywhere is looking for a teacher. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to talk about, right now, the whole COVID thing and the governor saying something about re-imaging. But, hey, take that first job. Until tomorrow morning, enjoy your coffee. can, I actually can.